All right, and welcome. My name is Chris Palmer, and welcome to my channel, Chris Palmer SEO. In today's video, I would like to discuss an on-page SEO advanced technique to help you rank higher within Google. Now, the advanced technique, I'm going to show the simple form and then the advanced form of siloing. Okay, now everybody knows what a silo is as far as for your on-page SEO, but like I mentioned, I want to cover, I'm going to just go over the easy and the basic, but then I'm going to show you the advanced siloing, and we call this a digital or a virtual silo. Now, let's just get right into it. So you have your main a regular silo. And how a silo is set up is simply this. And remember, stick with me here. I'm going to show you an advanced virtual silo, and that is really what's going to help you with your on page. It's a great technique for 2019. So let me just go ahead and show you real briefly. So your basic silo, okay, would be set up like this. You would have your, let's type to make it easier and visible for everybody. So normally you would have your HTTPS colon // and then you'd have your website, right, name.com, and then you would have, say, blog, and then you would have slash, you know, your page or post name, okay? So that would be that, all right? So you would have your main website. Okay, so just to make a visualization for you, this is your basic silo. Again, I'm going to show you the advanced silo and what you should be doing to rank higher for your on-page SEO. It's a great technique. I can't wait to show it, but I want to cover this first for any of the beginners that may be out there. So you would have your, your top level page, okay, and then from that top level, okay, it would go to your blog, right, a blog. And then that blog would link out to a web page. Okay, so just another page or a post. Okay, now generally within a normal silo, all right, a basic simple silo, then you would create, okay, let's just move this down just a little bit. Then you would go ahead and you would create, so this is your blog, it says blog, so this is the main site here, right? Main site. You would have your blog post here, right? Blog, it's its own page, right? It probably lists your categories or your certain blog posts, whatever the case may be. And this is a great structure, don't get me wrong, okay? But I want to show you some more advanced stuff, and that's coming up. Um, so you have your page or your post, and then you would have another page or post. And generally, what people do is they'll link back to here. And then they'll have another page or post, and that links here, and these link together if they can, as long as you can get it to go. Okay? And what this here, right, this piece here, this is your simple or a physical silo. That is your silo. So you'd have your a category, if you want to call it that. So you'd have your blog, right? Then you would branch out and you'd have your page or your post. And then you'd make another page or post, and they all link together, and those link together, and those link together, as you can see. Okay? So I glazed over this because there is a better way. Okay? An excellent SEO technique. Um, you know, when I'm setting up sites now, this is what I do. Um, and this is what I want to teach. All right, so this is what I'm going to teach. So you can rank a little bit higher on Google. Now, what I'm going to teach is a digital or a virtual silo. This is more of an advanced technique. So let's just go ahead and get with that. As you saw before, the basic simple structure, the virtual structure, would be set up like this. And you will see very quickly why this is a better and more advanced technique to rank your pages. So you'd have your HTTPS, okay, just like normal. You'd have your website, right, .com slash. So you'd have your main website, okay? So let's just say this is your website .com. This is, whatever your main web page, okay? This is your top level. Now, next is going to be, your next page or your category, whatever you would like to call it. And that is HTTPS website.com slash, but instead of putting, say, blog, right, or category or whatever the case may be, on this page, you should make this now your keyword. So let's say that you are trying to rank for best cameras, okay? Or cameras or digital cameras. Let's say digital cameras. Let's make this category, right? Or this page, uh, did digital, right? Cameras. Okay. So now this is the beginning, and I'm going to get into it now. So you have your main top level. This is the page that we want to rank. Okay. Now everything needs to be funneled through here, which it's right inside the URL, a main keyword. Okay, this is the beginning of your silo. So you have your top level and then your page. And then what you do to create the virtual silo is really simple. So that's your main page. Now you would then create, let's just move over a little bit. Okay. You would have your page or your post. Now this goes here, right? So then you would have your page or your post, okay? A page or a post, a page or a post. Now these here, these pages or posts, these all link together, okay? These are linking together. However, these pages and posts all link together, but only one goes to the category, or however you would like to explain that or rationalize that in your mind for your SEO, okay? Um, Now, this could live and breathe and be anywhere on the site. And that's what makes this a very powerful technique to help rank your pages, because how this is working, this silo, this virtual silo, which is what I'm teaching, I showed you the basic. These are supporting pages or posts, okay? They all support one another, and they all go up to the category, which is a keyword, going to the top level website that you want to rank, okay? Um, Now, the idea of this is when the big G comes, okay, the only way to get in, like they come here, main keyword, page. These are all together. They have to go in, right, fluidly, and the only way back out, because it doesn't link to anything else. These pages and posts do not link to anything other than one another, and this could be infinite amounts, right? These are pages and posts, pages and posts. Now you probably only want to go maybe 5 or 6 levels on on this particular keyword, right? Or whatever the case may be. These are all going within one another. And once the big G, which is up here, comes along, and they go to the website and they crawl, there is only one way in to the silo, and one way back out. Okay, so what we covered today was your basic uh, structure. So you'd have your website. This is your basic silo. Okay, this is a technique. So you have your website, and then you would have blog, and these all link together. And then you would have a page or a post, right? And then page or a post. Okay, and these are all linking. As you can see, it's all like down. This is your physical or a simple or a basic silo. This is a silo structure. Okay, now this is your basic. Okay, so basic. So your virtual or your digital or floating silo. So we'll just call it virtual floating silo. Okay. How that's set up is your main ranking top tier page. Okay, that's here. You would then have your, you can call it a category page. So this is going to be a keyword, right? So web page slash keyword. And then you have your supporting pages and posts supporting that funneling up to the main. So, and that's really simple. And remember, this is key here. So you'd have, say, let's say 4 of them. These are all intertwined together. Okay, all of these. These are all intertwined together. All of these. Okay. Here to make it, these ones are all together. Okay, these are all pages and posts or posts. And these all are together, but only one leads back up to here. Now, as you can see, this is your floating virtual silo structure, okay? And this is your simple or basic over here. This is your basic. Now, I'll just add one last piece, all right? And really what I'm seeing is this, and you could get your top level. Okay, so you have your top level, you have your main category page, and this is going to be a keyword category page, right here. And then there's only one. Okay, and that leads to, say, 3 or 4 or 5. And it's all supporting a theme, a keyword. It's a silo. It's all supporting one another to a main keyword, to a top level. Now you could build multiple structures like this, and then you could build mini silos with, say, these were pages within one another. So these are all linking into one another, right? Let's say that this here is a keyword. Okay, you could start making posts, right? So these could be little posts all within one another supporting this. Okay, I hope that this has helped you explain a technique for your on-page SEO that will help you rank higher. I covered your simple and basic silo structure, which is a okay structure. However, your floating or your virtual silo, it could thrive anywhere within the page because you're changing the architecture and the URL structure. I hope that you found value, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.